Alright you guys, so the date today is December 22nd, the day I'm making this, and it's been about a year since I bought the Miata. So my Civic got totaled, I got paid out for it because it was the other driver's fault completely, the car was just parked on the street. So I got paid out for that, and I was going to buy another Civic, but I decided to go with the Miata. I could talk about that in the other video why I decided to go for it. But, so it's been a year, about a year. I think December 12th or 13th is the actual day I registered it last year. So it's a little bit over a year, but just wanted to do a quick little video talking about what it's been like owning the Miata for a year. Because I know a lot of people have questions about like daily driving and stuff, your only car. And I just want to talk about that, so we're going to go head out to the Miata and talk a little bit more about what it's been like owning it for a year. So here's the car right here, doing a quick little walk around for anyone new to the channel. Row to wheels, 15-inch, with some Hankook tires on there. Smoke turn signals, little things like that. Front R package lip. Going around, hardtop, OEM hardtop came with it when I bought it. And then for power mods, we have this Racing Beat catback exhaust. And then I'll go ahead and open the engine bay real quick to show you the intake that's on it. The Jackson Racing cold air intake, the one that sucks from under the hood right here, like this little crack in the hood. Just quick mods for anyone new to the channel, Jackson Racing. Little bling things the previous owner put on with the strut bar, stuff like that. That's pretty much it for mods. For power, not really much power because it's just 1.6, but that's it. So going into the car, talk about it a little bit more, get out of this sound, the rain sound. Oh, my girlfriend was in it last, fuck. I can't fit, guys. Your boy's too big. Your boy is way too big. Alright, so we're in the car now. Let's look at the mileage on the clock. 132,000 miles. So I bought this car with 126 or 28. So I put like 4,000 to 6,000 miles on it about. I think it was 26, so 6,000 miles sounds about right for a year for me, because pretty much just drive to school, which is 2 miles, and work, which is at school. There's 2 miles there. So this car is a British Racing Green model, which anyone new to the channel, they made like 3,900 of them, and oh, that's so squeaky, in 91. And it's that British Racing Green you saw on the outside. It came with the Nardi shift knob and the Nardi wood e-brake handle right here. It's pretty much the factory options. Came with tan interior, and that's pretty much it for the British Racing Green model. Really dirty in here because I just fixed the car, so we had jumper cables and an energy drink for fixing it, you know. But that's pretty much it. They came with the BRG model. Is this, and this. That's all you need. So talk about what it's been like owning it now. So I've owned this like a year, I said, 6,000 miles about, and it's been really good, to be honest, overall. Let's try and prove the reliability with a quick startup. Not really, but I'm gonna head out anyway, so might as well get it warmed up. Crank it over, cranks right up. Oh, my windshield wipers from raining. But yeah, turn this down so you guys can hear me. We ain't trying to get copyrighted, so turn on the radio. But yeah, the belt's squeaking a little bit because I just fixed the alternator, so I got to adjust that before it shreds. The first thing I'll start off with is the reliability of the Miata, because I know it's a big question for people looking into getting one, and if they're going to daily drive it and stuff. Is it really reliable? I know when I was looking for one, I was kind of lost on how reliable they actually were. I read a lot of things saying they were, and I've owned one, I've actually experienced it, and overall they're pretty reliable. So the first problem I had was a few months after owning it. The slave cylinder was going bad, so it was leaking clutch fluid, and I just kept refilling it. It was kind of stupid, but I could have preemptively fixed this by just repairing it, but it ended up giving out on the freeway, so the car wouldn't go into gear, and I just got it towed home real quick because it was like a mile and a half, I think I was away from home. Went to AutoZone, bought the slave cylinder for 20 bucks or less, put it in same day, couple hours, back on the road. Everything works, and it's been fine ever since. So, like I said, could have fixed that. Reliability wise, if I would have planned ahead, preemptively fixed it, I wouldn't have had to get the car towed. Then about 2 weeks ago, the car alternator gave out, so it wasn't charging the battery, and the car just died. We jump started it, stayed alive for like a minute from the charge, and then died. So it was the alternator. But I think now I have to get a new alternator. I checked, the bolt actually just fell out, the lock bolt. So the tension gave out, and then the belt wasn't spinning enough to charge the actual battery. So I just had to go find the bolt, which was kind of a pain, finding the right size bolt and everything. Loctite it in there, and now it charges the battery fine and everything. I just got to adjust the tension a little bit later. But for reliability, actually pretty solid. I would definitely recommend daily driving. As maybe not as reliable as an older Civic, but it's pretty close up there. And next thing I want to talk about is working on it. You know, like Honda Civics, like my last Civic, super easy to work on. There's so much space in the engine bay, everything's super simple. The Miata's pretty similar to that. I'd say it's a little bit more difficult than working on the Civic overall, just because of rear wheel drive, you know, things are more tucked in. Like the subframe and everything is a little bit harder to get to compared to the Civic. Everything was like a single cam Civic I had. Maybe a dual cam's a little bit different, but there's so much room and everything. Everything was a lot more simpler. For example, getting that slave cylinder, you had to like take off the tire and everything. On a Civic, you just like, it's just right there. But honestly, overall, this is pretty easy to work on. I'm not a mechanic. I don't have much experience except my friends and a little bit of working with my dad on little things. But I can do most of the stuff on this car. There's plenty of guides, plenty of forums. Reddit Miata, they've helped me a lot. Lots of cool people in the Miata scene that are willing to help you. You know, meet a lot of cool people in this scene that are willing to help. Everything's pretty easy. There's, you know, I have the Haynes manual. Everything's pretty clear cut on working on this car, and I think if you're a beginner mechanic, you just want to get into working on cars, this is a really good car to start. You know, most of the problems that happen on it you can fix yourself, save money, you don't have to bring it to a mechanic. That's one thing I really like about this car. The most important thing with the Miata, if you're going to buy one, is the fun factor, obviously. And I would have to say the fun factor is crazy for how cheap you can get these cars, and it's just a little 1.6 motor. It's really small. But the fun factor is just insane. Compared to my Civic, I would choose this any day just for the fun factor. You know, the rear wheel drive, lightweight, really good handling. There's this, you can't really beat it for the price, I don't think. For the price, reliability, decent gas mileage, this is like the place to go if you're looking for like a first car. It's gonna be a fun car. It's gonna be a sports car. If you're in a convertible, you got the convertible. There's just so much good about it. You know, the memes are pretty bad. People are always gonna be bagging on you, but you know, I don't really care. It's my car at the end of the day, which is, you know, I bought it, and the memes are actually funny. I think they're hilarious, you know, like the Miata hairdresser and stuff. That stuff's funny, but if you're gonna buy one, you definitely got to think about that, because people are gonna be bagging on your friends and stuff. But, you know, most of my friends are Honda boys, so I got some VTEC jokes to fire back with, you know, some VTEC boys. And yeah, with just a couple mods, like some sway bars, coilovers, you don't even really need all this stuff, but little mods like that, you can make this car like an incredibly good handling car. You can hit the track and like autocross and stuff, you know, some tight tracks. You can definitely keep up with some definitely higher price, more power cars. And that's what I love about this car. So fun. There's so many people into them, you know, like I've said, they sold over 1 million of them. Best-selling roadster of all time, I believe. And they've been making it for over 25 years, so it's just, there's a huge following for these cars. There's a big community. I know sometimes it gets a lot of big, like there's a lot of Miata channels and stuff, but I really think it's cool. I think it's cool having all these connections. People like have similar problems you can reference. There's plenty of people doing DIY mods for them and stuff, and I really like the whole community for them. But yeah, definitely want to get this out to the track and autocross it soon. I've wanted to get like better tires and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna do it coming up more towards the spring. It's California, so the weather doesn't really matter, but you know, I'm gonna save up from working and stuff, and hopefully I'll get out there to the track one day and make a video for you guys, and that'll be fun. So yeah, like I said before, you're looking in to get a first car, you want a not fast, Miatas are slow, but you want a fun, exciting, lightweight car, the Miata's the place to go. I would definitely recommend it over a Civic just for the rear wheel drive factor. Civics are fun, but I could go into depth on this on more video because I've had a 95 EG hatch Civic and then this car, which, you know, those are pretty big considerations if you're looking in to get your first car. It's like a Civic or a Miata for fun, lightweight, cheap, good gas mileage and reliability. I'll go into that more. Obviously this car is only 2 seats, so that's kind of a problem if you want to carry around your friends and stuff. But if you're looking to a car, I would definitely say get a Miata. This is a 91, you know, it's 26 years old, which is insane to me. Or 25, I guess. We're almost in 2017. That's crazy to me. This car's still pretty reliable, you know. It's been around for so long. Really good car. I would definitely recommend getting one if you guys are looking into one. And onto a bonus note, this is the speaker cover. They're wood grain from the previous owner. And I finally found these little clips for them. I looked at like AutoZone and everywhere, and then I was randomly on the forum and some guy linked these. They're actually the same as the door trim covers. You just put them on, so I can finally have speaker covers again, because mine have been blank and ugly for quite some time. So I'm gonna throw those in real quick and I'll show you guys. Just clipped them back on. They're hard to get on because they're brand new, but looks way better now. Check out this other side. Wood grain, I don't know if it's the best, but I think it's kind of cool. He put in like this little wood trim too, the previous owner, and then it came with those, which are not factory as far as my knowledge. I'm pretty sure they're not. And then he did like this little wood trim, but it broke off, but looks sick. Don't have to worry about damaging my speakers. There's like kicker 6.5 inches in here, so that's pretty cool. Don't have to worry about kicking them and breaking them. excited about that. But hope you guys did enjoy this little video. I know it's not the most in-depth, but I just want to give like my overall thoughts on this car, what it's been like owning it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like if you did. If you're new, subscribe, and you want to see some more Miata videos, let me know. Any ideas for videos, anything you guys want to ask about like the old Civic versus this or anything, let me know. Any cool videos, just referring anything to the Miata, any questions, let me know, and I'll go ahead and make a video about those.